never believed in destiny, especially not the kind that involved starships, wormholes, or humanoid beings with eyes that shimmered like a second sunset. I was an engineer, practical, grounded, guided by logic more than imagination. Yet destiny has a way of tapping you on the shoulder when you least expect it, and for me that moment came the instant I told an alien woman, if that's even the right word, that I loved her. And when I said it, she looked at me as if time itself had cracked open and stopped. But I'm getting ahead of myself. Before I knew Kira, I was just Lieutenant Orion Hale, maintenance specialist on the exploratory vessel Solstice. We were charting the Helion Fringe, a sector of space filled with unstable star clusters and strange gravitational anomalies. Most crews avoided it. I didn't. Humanity wanted answers about the Fringe's strange energy readings, and I was the unlucky one assigned to crawl through narrow conduits when the ship inevitably suffered a power overload. We encountered the anomaly on our 4th month. Sensors picked up a crystalline nebula, unlike anything catalogued, radiating pulses that behaved almost like language. The captain gave the order to approach. That was either the bravest or the most foolish decision he ever made. The moment we crossed the shimmering boundary, alarms blared. The Solstice shook like something enormous had grabbed the hull. My console flashed warnings. Dimensional instability, quantum shear, velocity drift. Then a burst of light swallowed us whole. I woke up alone. My escape pod had ejected automatically, landing on a surface that felt too warm to be rock and too smooth to be natural. For a moment, I thought I'd ended up inside a living organism. Bioluminescent patterns pulsed beneath my boots, like veins. That's when she appeared. She stepped from behind a formation of crystalline pillars that hummed like tuning forks. Her skin was a pale, incandescent silver, shifting subtly with each movement. Her hair floated behind her like strands of liquid night, defying gravity as though space itself adored her. And her eyes, galaxies. Not metaphorical. Actual swirling galaxies. Human, she said in a voice that vibrated inside my skull rather than my ears. You are far from your point of origin. I scrambled back. Who are you? I am Kira, keeper of the Aeon Lattice. And you, she tilted her head as if scanning something beyond my physical form, should not exist here. Not the most reassuring greeting of my life. Over the next several hours, though time on her world didn't flow consistently, Kira explained that I had fallen into a temporal fractal, a structure that existed outside linear time. Her species, the Ilari, were custodians of these fractals, ensuring they didn't collapse into the main universe and tear spacetime apart. So, can I get home? Yes. Her gaze softened. Perhaps. But the path is unstable. And you carry an imprint now. What imprint? The moment you touched the lattice, she said. It remembered you. That made no sense, but she assured me she would help. And so began the strangest period of my life. The Ilari world, if it could be called a world, shifted constantly. Sky became water, water became luminous sand. Structures grew and dissolved. Time looped unpredictably. Some mornings I watched 2 dawns in a row. On other days, night lasted only minutes. Through it all, Kira guided me. We spent what felt like months traveling across shimmering plains, drifting islands, and fields of hovering crystals that sang when the wind touched them. She taught me how to navigate the lattice's chronoflux currents, how to ground myself when time slipped backward or forward. We talked constantly about human memories, Ilari philosophy, the weight of isolation, the meaning of identity in a universe that refused to stand still. She never spoke about her own past, but sometimes I would catch her staring at the horizon with an expression I didn't yet understand. Longing. Somewhere along the way, my fear faded. I grew comfortable around her. Maybe even dependent. And slowly, something else grew. Something I told myself was impossible. How do you fall in love with someone who doesn't belong to your dimension? But love doesn't ask for permission. One cycle, whatever that meant. I asked her why she never left the lattice. Her shimmering form dimmed slightly. I remain so that others do not become lost as you did. Do you ever want something different? Something more? Her voice softened. Desire leads to imbalance. Imbalance leads to collapse. Classic avoidance. When we reached the center of the lattice, a spiraling structure of floating rings and luminous strands, Kira told me this was where we would attempt to return me home. She stood before a swirling portal of fractal light. Step through, Orion. Your world lies beyond. I should have moved. I didn't. Kira, will I see you again? She blinked, clearly taken aback. This is our farewell. My chest tightened. I don't want it to be. You must go, she said gently. Your presence here distorts the lattice. She reached out, touching my cheek with a warmth that felt like the first sunrise. My heart thudded. And before I knew what I was doing, the words slipped out. I love you. Her eyes widened. And everything stopped. The humming strands of the lattice froze mid-vibration. The drifting rings halted. Even the air felt locked in place. Only Kira moved, staring at me as if I had spoken an impossible truth. You! Her voice trembled for the first time. Human emotion interacts with the lattice. Your declaration. It has created a temporal lock. I'm sorry. No, she said softly, stepping closer. Do not be sorry. She placed her hand over her chest. Among the Ilari, love is not spoken. It is shared through resonance. It is timeless, eternal. What you feel echoes through dimensions. So what happens now? She looked at the frozen world around us. You have changed everything. The lattice began to move again, slowly at first, then fully. Colors brightened. Harmonies deepened. And Kira's form shimmered brilliantly, almost blinding. The lattice has accepted your imprint, she said. You are no longer an anomaly. What does that mean? It means your presence here is no longer forbidden. My breath caught. Are you saying I can stay? She nodded. If that is your wish. And you? A rare smile crossed her face, delicate and luminous. I wish it too. The portal behind her dimmed and closed. Not permanently, just no longer calling me home. In a universe of infinite possibilities, I had stumbled into the one place where time didn't matter, and found someone who made me want eternity. Kira extended her hand. Walk with me, Orion. There is much more I want to show you. And as I took her hand, the lattice around us burst into radiant motion, a living cosmos of light responding to the simplest truth ever spoken. The moment I said I love you, the alien woman looked at me like time had frozen. And maybe it had. But some moments are meant to last forever.